What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back. We're going to talk about security today, doubling up our security to protect our assets. If you've been paying attention, you would know that I had 3 orders, kind of playing the let's order at the same time, see who gets here first. Bold lost. However, it doesn't mean I don't like them. They sent me this cool sticker. These arrived yesterday. I got a now there's a story behind this too. We are going to get into the security aspect of it, so hang in there. I was in a hurry, and I think I was at work when I placed the order, and I got sidetracked. And I thought I was looking at 2 5-ounce Buffalo bars, which I thought would be really cool to add to the stack to go with my 10-ounce. I did not read the description thoroughly, and the description said 5-ounce bars are choice. And when I realized that, I'm like, oh man. I mean, the price was fantastic. I don't remember what it was, but it was very, very, very good. And I thought, man, I hope I get something cool. And they hooked it up. I got these 2 Walk-In Liberty 5-ouncers, which I really dig. And of course, the Asahis are sweet. And they sent this cool sticker with a little card. Bold. So, yeah, if you know me, you know on this channel I will never recommend anything that I A, haven't used, and B, don't agree with. That's just bad juju, if you will. I think it's wrong. So I will be using Bold again. At this point, I've had very little experience with them. It's been a good experience. If you have the time to wait, if you have the patience to wait, I'm gonna use them again. The only thing I would say is there was a longer wait time. And they did tell me that it was a little bit longer wait time than normal because they've been busy, which I believe because the demand for metal has been up due to banking issues and economic financial markets having many issues, which we're all aware of. Let's talk about security. I also had another safe delivered that I was able to bolt in yesterday. I mean, y'all, it was getting bad. I would literally stack my 10-ounce bars in my bigger safe, and I would have to push on the door a little bit just because there was so much stuff in there between my Second Amendment tools and bullion and freedom seeds and all that stuff. And when I would do that, I get a clank, 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 clank. The bars would fall off the shelf in front of the door. So when I opened the door the next time, they would be at the bottom of the safe along with the freedom seeds. So this has been a huge, huge help. I got that bolted in yesterday. It has given me a whole lot more space to do what I need to do, to store what I need to store. Now, I will say, it is a fire-rated safe, and that is, if you're going to buy a safe, my number 1 recommendation is 2 things. And this is not financial advice. This is not I'm not a security expert. I know a few things, so you got to make up your own mind. But my input and what I do is, number 1, I make sure I buy a fire-resistant safe. We're going to talk about that. Number 2, I make sure I bolt it down. I bolt it in. Ideally, if you can bolt it to the floor and the wall, I think that's the way to go. If you can just do the wall into the studs, you'll probably be okay. Again, this is, not financial or security advice. But I want to talk about layers of security, right? If you see right here, I do have, in my bigger safe, I do have one of these document bags as well. I keep my gold in there, I keep cash in there, I keep silver that I really want to keep extra safe in there. Now, the safe I got, it's decent, it's good. It's not quite as high quality as my first safe. So what I'm going to do is it's going to be in a way a decoy safe, okay? I have multiple layers of protection. I have a home security system that is dispatched with the local PD. It's got motion, it's got window sensors, door sensors. So if you breach the perimeter, I'm gonna know. And if I'm not on my way, the cops are on the way. And y'all better hope, if you're that bad guy, that the cops get here first, because they're gonna have less invested and they're gonna care less about, my investments, my wealth than I am. And they will act probably more polite. So that's security feature number 1. Security feature number 2 is now I have 2 safes, and they're both relatively decent quality. One is better quality than the other. And when it comes to safes, they only buy you time. I don't care how high quality they are. They only buy you time against theft and fire, and a thief that knows what they're doing can get into any safe a whole lot quicker than most people realize. That being said, you need to have a certain level of quality. Most people won't be that sophisticated to do that. And you need that fire protection. Now, fire protection, some people misuse the term fire rated, okay? Fire resistant. And they use the term fireproof. Does not exist. You put anything in enough heat long enough, it will burn to the ground. Absolute guarantee. It's again, to buy you time. So I do have, both of them are fire rated. One is higher quality than the other. I will put my less important Second Amendment tools in the, well, I have put in the safe that is quality but lesser quality. And I will put the bullion I don't love as much, although I do love all my bullion, in that safe as well. And the idea being is that can be, in a way, serve kind of as a decoy safe. While the cops are on their way or I'm on the way, that's the safe that I want them to go after, because A, there's less valuable things in there, and B, it's probably going to be a little bit easier to get into. So that's another form of security. Obviously, when I'm home, I do employ the Second Amendment, Smith & Wesson, Ruger, take your pick. Let's talk about fire security. Like I said, okay, got more of these today. Nice pouch, 2 of them. The reason I have this is for cash. It's for gold. Now, if my gold and silver melts, do I lose it? Nope, sure don't. But it gets covered in that felt and that, you know, the lining of the safe, and it's a mess. It all runs together. I have to, you know, have it remelted and you know, put in the forms of bar. I don't want to deal with it, of bars, and nope. So again, I'm buying myself more time. And cash certainly, obviously, is not not fire resistant. You burn up your cash, you're done. It's gone. So I want 2 layers of protection. I want that fire resistant safe, and then if that fails, okay, if they don't get here soon enough to put the fire out, I want another layer of protection. These fire resistant document bags, and that's really the best I can do. Aside from, you know, putting an active firefighter, you know, on the perimeter at all times, and who can afford to do that, right? Not even that that's an option. So just putting that out there, just, you know, want to get that out in people's minds about, you know, how many layers of security can we have? Obviously, there's other things you can do. You can hide your safes. You can put them under, you know, 3 layers. You know, you can get really creative and put them in the floor underneath the carpet and put your entertainment center on top of it. There's multiple things we can do. But if we're keeping things simple, we're keeping things relatively secure for the average, you know, person, for the level of convenience we need, these are things that I highly recommend. Again, I'm not an advisor. This is just what I'm doing. And that, I'm telling you, that 40, 50 bucks a month and that 30 bucks a year to have that alarm permit with the city, and that 40, 50 bucks a month I spend is worth it to me. It also serves as a fire deterrent. You know, if there's a fire, they're also sending the fire department, which is what I want. Security is important. These are your assets. These are my assets. We must protect those at all costs. It's very important to do that. And we must be smart about how we do that. You don't want to spend all your money on security and have no metal or no money for metal. That doesn't make sense either. You know, it's a happy medium. It's a balance. It's a yin. It's a yin to the yang. Going to wrap it up here. However, I do have some mail I need to go through and some mail I need to get out. I've been slowly getting out mail. I've got a mail call video to do next. If you don't like that and that's not your thing, I understand. However, it's important to support each other in the community. I'm looking at an envelope I have here amongst many. I do think it's from my silver journey. I have not forgotten you, brother. I have not forgotten any of you. I am getting mail out slowly. I've been mailing out mail out over the last few days. I will be packing up more mail. There will be more to come, and I will be going through more mail on the video. I think I got Scully in there too, and I don't remember who else, but I've got y'all. I'm getting to you. You have not been forgotten. Like the video, subscribe, comment, and keep stacking.